Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I'm coming at you pretty barefaced other than my brows being on because I wanted to do a first impression and wear test with the new About Face line from Halsey. I'm so sorry, I'm pretty sure it's Halsey. So obviously I'm not super familiar with her, but I watched the video she did with Annie MUA, and the reason why I purchased this is because she was talking about how she doesn't really have a makeup artist. She does everything herself, whether it be like touring, album covers, like whatever, that it's all her, which I thought was really cool and made it seem like not just another celebrity makeup line. So I thought I would go ahead and test it out. And also some of the products really appealed to me, so that helped. I went ahead and picked up two different highlighters. So one is a powder and the other is the highlight fluid. And then I also picked up a shadow stick and a lip liner because I really liked the shades. Also, I forgot to mention, but I'm pretty sure that everything from About Face is vegan, cruelty-free, and they're doing minimal packaging. So let's start with the Light Lock Highlight Fluid. This says that it is a molten crystal highlighting fluid, light reflective pearl suspended in weightless liquid, creates beaming shine and a locked-in glow. Layer for a high gloss luster. Vegan, cruelty-free, formulated without glutens, phthalates, parabens, or synthetic fragrances. So that's nice if you do have sensitive skin and no fragrance in here. So the reason why I don't have any makeup on right now is because I wanted to try out this liquid highlighter mixed into my foundation. Oop. Oh my gosh. Okay, the packaging on that is actually really cool. You see that? And then when you pull up, it has a little dropper. Huh. Okay, that's... I mean, I definitely love a good, interesting packaging moment. It does feel like a little bit plasticky, like trying to put this back on, but it looks very cool. It just says About Face right here. The shade is Fight or Flight, and it has 5 milliliters or 0.5 fluid ounces. And I believe that this was like $32 or $35, so only having half an ounce, I'm like, you were kind of expensive for a liquid highlight, but that's okay. I'm sure a little's gonna go a long way, and it'll probably take me like 10 years to get through this, but let me just go ahead and swatch this out. I got the pinky one because I love a good pink highlight, but it was the second shade over, so I'm hoping that it won't be too dark for me. Okay, the cap is annoying, but here's what it looks like. It looks really pretty. Just like a shiny light pink. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be too dark for me. I think that looks like a really nice shade. It actually kind of reminds me of my iconic London illuminator in the shade Shine, but I think this one is just a little bit of a darker pink. Okay, so there is About Face and there is Iconic London. The base of the Iconic London one looks a little bit darker, but overall the tone is very similar. It looks to be more of a metallic highlight, so I'm not sure how it's going to work mixed into foundation, but I just want to go ahead and give it a go. I don't know why I struggled before to put the cap back on when I knew I was about to take it right back off. So I went ahead and put one pump on my hand. It might have been too much. Okay, I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream in the shade Fair, and then I'm just mixing it together on the back of my hand. Okay. On me, this foundation has a pretty natural finish. It doesn't get too dewy or too matte. By the end of the day, it can be a little bit more matte, but when I first apply it and for the first few hours, I don't see that. So I feel like it already looks super glowy with this highlighter mixed in. I feel like it looks like I'm putting a lot of product on, but I really just did one pump of each. I'm surprised. I didn't know if I was gonna like the finish of that mixed in, but I think it looks so pretty, so glowy. If you have oily skin, you might not love this, or you might only want to mix it in at the high points of your face, but for me with dry skin, I feel like it looks so pretty. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my face with y'all on camera. So I'm gonna take the Nabla Close-Up Concealer in the shade Porcelain. Just throw a little bit of that underneath my eyes, and then a little on my nose right here. Gonna blend that in really quickly. Okay, so to add a little bit of definition to my face, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Amber Matchstick and just gonna throw that on. There's so many sirens going on in the background, but I'm just gonna blend that really quickly. I don't want to wait because I don't want it to dry down. Okay, for blush today, I'm gonna take the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush in the shade Ballet Slippers, and just gonna use like the tiniest little bit A little goes really far with this product. Okay, so here is the shadow stick that I purchased. It's in the shade Acidic, and it says it was made in Germany. So I was really interested in this because I love liner so much. Like, my collection of liners is ridiculous, but I thought that this was a really unique, kind of bright, grungy, chartreuse kind of shade. I just felt like it'd be something I would use a lot. So I really, really hope that I'll like it because I think it was $22 and I have so many favorite liners that are really inexpensive. So here's what it looks like. Just gonna go ahead and do a little swatch. Very pretty. Definitely like a true kind of chartreuse green. I want to compare that to this LA Girl liner here, which is a pastel liner, but it's not a pastel. Don't let it fool you. It's in the shade Magic Mint, but it's also not a mint. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this liner, but let me go ahead and swatch it. Okay, you know what? They are different. So here's Magic Mint. Magic Mint. Next to Acidic, and Acidic definitely has more of a yellow undertone. It's a little bit more of a chartreuse, which makes me really, really happy. I think it looks like such a cute color. So there's what they look like up close. I know some people would probably think that they're close enough, and if you don't wear a lot of colorful liner, maybe, but for me, I'm happy with it. Okay, so before I apply this, I feel like I should do some quick eyeshadow, maybe just do something simple that I think will pop with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some eyeshadow primer from Ofra. For eyeshadow today, I thought it'd be fun to do a full look with my Brnovich shadows because I'm working on filming a full review on them. But I have some mattes here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here. I'm gonna do a pretty soft, simple look. This is the shade 150. And I'm just gonna throw that through my crease. I'm gonna take this matte right here, which is called 196 on a smaller brush, and I'm just gonna throw that in my outer V. Okay, I don't think you guys are ready to see the beauty that is this palette, but here are all of my special shades from Brnovich, and none of these are pressed glitters. The ones that were I took out because I think there's 3 pressed glitters in the entire Sparkle line, but the rest of these are regular shadows, even though they look beyond amazing. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and for this look, I'm gonna take this kind of more neutral shimmer and throw that all over the lid. It's the shade X05. Just using my finger. Oh man, so pretty. I'm gonna leave my inner corner blank because I'll probably use the About Face highlighter there, but for my lower lash line, I'm gonna go ahead and take this sparkly green, which is called X17. And I'm gonna run that along the entire lower lash line. All right, like I said, just keeping it very simple, so that's it. I'm gonna go into Acidic now, and I'm going to pop that on my waterline. Okay, pretty pigmented right to start off with. I'm not having to like push down or anything too hard. Okay, that color is definitely very, very cute. It's something I could see myself using a lot. I'm glad that it seems to be pretty pigmented and smooth to apply to the waterline. I'm trying to rub the eyeliners off. Look, there's the LA Girl and there's the About Face, and it's not wanting to come off. So I guess I'll see as I wear it throughout the day if it is going to be super long wearing. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly throw on some mascara and I'll be right back. So I'm pulling out the highlighter now. This was the only piece of makeup that was in bubble wrap, and it's just a tiny, tiny little bit. So I'm hoping that it made it safely. Let's see. This, oh, I love this highlighter name. It's a beautiful pink and it's called Stay in Bed. I'm like, yes, please, that's my anthem. I don't know if you can see it, but right here and right here, it looks like there's scratches in the packaging. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but it does look really, really cool. I don't know if you can see, just like, it's a very odd shape in the best way. Oh, okay, that I thought that looked much more pink online. Why did that just broke my heart a little bit? Okay, so it looks like a pinky peachy shade. Let me just swatch it. Okay, that does look pretty. Definitely a lot less pink than I was expecting. Okay, so there's what it looks like. I would say it's a pinky peach, which, you know what, it does look pretty unique. I don't know if I have anything quite like that. The texture feels pretty smooth and it feels like a creamy powder, definitely not a cream. Not like a super shocked cheek feeling at all. It feels like powder, but it's smooth. So, I mean, I think that's pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply this to my inner corners and then on one side of my face, and then on the other side, I'll wear the liquid highlight throughout the day just so we can see how they both wear and how they both look. To go run to the store because I'm doing a social distance movie night with my friend tonight and we're gonna watch a show together at the same time. So it's like I need to go get snacks, but luckily I'll be wearing a mask so you won't be able to tell that I have two different highlights going on. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Sigma Soft Blend 50 to pick that up. Just gonna pick up a little bit, put it on this side. Okay, pick up a little bit more. I feel like my cheeks were already so glowy, it almost looks like the powder mattified it, but it looks like a pretty, like, kind of just soft glow. It looks like kind of like the makeup style that I've been going for more recently, where it's just more subtle with my highlighter. So I do think it looks pretty. I'll definitely be curious to try it over powder products and not all creams. I'm a little disappointed by the shade because I feel like in person it looks different than it did online, but I think I can still make it work, get some use out of it, so it's not that big of a deal. And this is just a first impression. I'll definitely have to keep trying it out to see what I end up thinking, but like I said, I really like the name Stay in Bed. I think it's super cute, and just the compact is really, really nice and unique. So let me go ahead and grab the liquid highlighter again. Just gonna dab a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones. Yeah, I really like this one. I think it looks super, super pretty. So last but not least, we have the lip liner here. This is the Fix Lip Pencil Matte, and the shade is Cradled. I purchased this because the color online looked really pretty. It looked like a light, warm shade, and okay, that looks nice. It's definitely very pigmented, and it's a little bit darker than I was expecting. It looked like a very, very light nude online. Actually, the pencil kind of reminds me of Alamar Cosmetics a little bit. Let me show you. These look super similar. Here is the liner from Alamar Cosmetics, which it's a little shorter because I've used it and sharpened it, but the packaging is the like exact same. Like everything looks super similar. Even the formula, just swatching it, the creaminess felt similar. So here is Birthday Suit next to Cradled, and again, like I said, it just looked like a lighter nude online, so I'm a little disappointed because I paid $17 for this, and I was just hoping that it would be a unique shade because I feel like I can get lip liners for cheaper that work just fine. Super pigmented. Also, I'm so sorry about how dry my lips are right now. I know they're not cute. Winter, you guys. All right, so there's what it looks like. I just filled in my whole lips because it is super pigmented, super creamy, and again, the formula just feels exactly like the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner. I mean, the Alamar says made in the USA and the About Face says made in Germany, so I don't think that they're from the same place, but they are super, super similar in formula, I should say. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm not gonna put anything over the lips just because I wanna see how the lip liner wears by itself, even though my lips look pretty bad right now just because they're so dry, and that's completely my fault, not the lip liner. The time right now is 2:45 p.m. Do you guys see this? My little apps at the bottom are all turned sideways, and they've been like that for days. I don't know what happened. I'll be back in just a few hours. So it is now 6:45 p.m. So it's been on for about 4 hours. I know this isn't the longest wear test ever. I just wanted to do a little something while I was wearing my makeup today. Hopefully even just seeing it after 4 hours is helpful. So I would say that overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I feel like the products from About Face seem like pretty high quality products. I really love the way the liquid highlighter is looking even after a few hours. I just think it looks really, really beautiful and glowy on the skin. I didn't have any issues with it transferring off. The powder highlight, it looks a lot more subtle, but when I was wearing it and I saw like it reflecting the sun and it was a natural light. I thought it was a really beautiful soft highlight. So I will get use out of both of these. This is just going to be more subtle days, and this is going to be days when I want a really intense liquid highlighter. I think that they both look really beautiful on the skin. Overall, not formulas that are super emphasizing any texture or anything like that. I also really love the color of this shadow stick, and I can see it very well in my waterline still. It seems to be holding on nicely. It didn't get into my contacts or anything like that. So if you're looking for a really beautiful chartreuse eyeliner, this one's really cute. And then last but not least, the lip liner. For wearing it for 4 hours, I don't feel like it looks terrible. It's pretty matte, but I feel like that's like for a lip liner, if I put a lipstick over this or whatever, like it would be fine. I do like the color. I feel like it has pretty good staying power. Like even if I did this, nothing's coming off. I did get a little bit coming off just because I had a salad. The dressing was oily, so that can take off lip products. So overall, I'm happy with this first impression. I can't wait to see what the brand does next. I can't wait to see what packaging they do next, because like this, the more I keep looking at this highlighter, like it's just so cool. And I mean, this highlighter as well is pretty interesting, but there's just something about this shape that is so pleasing to me. So I'm glad that I decided to go ahead and try them out. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.